Hi everyone. Today is Monday, January 29th, 2018, and I'm going to be playing some more Railway Empire today. I just did my bonus stream yesterday on Sunday, where we did campaign mission number 4. Let me get the sound back up here. Alright, and so, yeah, we're going to do mission number 4 today. And apparently the title of it is Civil War. Turn the music down a little bit. There we go. You can actually hear me. Alright, let's go into the campaign. And unfortunately from last time, I did not get the president rank from this mission here. You apparently have to do, if you want to get president, you have to do the timed goals within half of their deadline. So if, for example, if a deadline was in like 10 years, you have to finish it by within 5 years to get the president rank. So that was something I wasn't aware of. I'm going to try to keep that in mind going into this mission here. And I see in chat there they are now debating about Cheetos and Pringles. I mean, they're all good. Hope this is not going to become another pineapple on pizza debate. Alright, so I'm going to read this out. Chapter 4, The Civil War. In 1862, during the Civil War, a decision was made to construct a transcontinental railway that would connect the westernmost state of California with the East Coast. However, the war put a stop to all this. Instead, the railway became a decisive factor in the war for the first time. J. Cook, the first U.S. investment banker and advisor to the president, has orders for you that are intended to prevent the breakup of the United States. Okay, anyway. I try to do it a different voice there. Okay, so we're going to be starting in Louisville. You know where that is. We start at 5 million this time. That's a lot more than the 2 million we had in the last two missions. Realistic train network, pause mode normal. Everything looks good.
I did an evaluation of the contenders and I am the best choice.
Turn the music up here a little bit. Louisville Railroad, we cannot change this guy. I don't know why, but let's watch the video.
In recent years, the tensions between the northern and southern states have been steadily increasing. A deep rift ran along economical, political, and ideological divides, right through the still young nation. The tone in both camps became increasingly bitter and drew a gloomy picture in which a greedy, cold-hearted North opposed a lazy, vicious South. The Union was on the brink of civil war. All eyes were on the events of the coming months.
My name is Jay Cook. I'm delighted to finally meet you. Now, I'm afraid there's a war ahead, a dispute we cannot escape. I will help President Lincoln to save the Union, and I have a very important strategic role in mind for you. I am firmly convinced that Lincoln will put a quick end to the conflict between the northern and southern states. But we must be prepared for everything. So, you must take your tasks very seriously.
Okay, I will.
First of all, the Southerners need to realize that it would be wrong to bring the Union into question. For this reason, you should tend to Louisville and construct a weapons factory there. In this way, we'll have a good support near the border if the worst comes to the worst.
It's pronounced Louisville. Okay, I've been pronouncing it all wrong this whole time. What's happening? Okay. Produce 1 load of weapons. Ooh, weapons. Reach a population of 60,000 in Louisville. Yeah, it's weird. The title music is loud, but the in-game music is a lot softer. So I've turned it up again, back up again now. Actually, let me go see if I can do that quickly. Just a pinch there. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look around. Oh, it looks like it's telling me to set up a train line, but where are we doing? So there's Louisville. What's this one say? We know about that. What is it? What is that? Chemical factories. So it takes coal and produces chemicals. Okay. And then what do we do with these chemicals? So weapons. Weapons. Is there a weapons factory around here somewhere? I'm a little confused. Innovations. Okay, that's pretty standard, so I'm not going to touch that. But yeah. Oh, by the way, Pine and Fred, you may want to try refreshing, and your chat might be a bit behind because I'm already playing the mission right now. Okay, so we got a vegetable farm there. We got grain and sugar there. How do I produce weapons in this game? Produce 1 load of weapons. Where the hell's the weapon factory? Can I not build in the South? Oh, interesting. So all the Confederate states, or the South in the Civil War, we can't build down there, so we are helping the Union. But I am confused as to what to do. Okay, give me Louisville. I can't select this. There we go. Coal produces chemicals. I'm assuming I'm going to assume the chemicals are used for weapons, but I don't know where the weapons factory is. I mean, oh, there is one down in Jacksonville, but that's for the Confederate States. Where do you have a weapons factory? Okay, it's telling me to buy this locomotive, so I'm going to do that. Close the dialogue. Okay. Add a rail line to the train. What rail line am I building? I am so confused. Okay, so there is a warehouse here. It looks like it's collecting all of our grain, sugar, and vegetables. But I am so confused what to do. It's already 1861 too, so... Oh, what the... What do I do here? What's over here? St. Louis? It's got... that stuff there. Do I have to buy a weapons factory? Okay, oh, weapons industry. Turns chemicals into weapons. If I build the weapons industry in the same town as Louisville, does that work? Does that make any sense? Because then there would be no need for a train line. I am utterly confused. What does this bubble say? Use the warehouse to exchange goods between trains. To do this, you must incorporate the warehouse and train station into your train's routes. For a goods depot to work, you have to select it and specify the goods that the depot is to receive. Okay. So I guess this is for so we don't have to build trains all the way into Louisville. We can just have them drop off their goods at the warehouse. Actually, you can see the rail lines aren't even connected here. So that's fine. But I'm confused. It doesn't tell me what I should be delivering. Should I produce 1 load? Okay, it only says produce 1 load of weapons. So Okay, I'm gonna try this since I want to try to get the goal. I'm gonna restart. I'll skip through the video. I'll let Jay Cook talk a little bit.
My name
Let's actually turn down this music a little bit, actually, because sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's not.
is Jay Cook. I'm delighted to finally meet you. Now, I'm afraid there's a war ahead, a dispute we cannot escape. I will help President Lincoln to save the Union, and I have a very important strategic role in mind for you. I am firmly convinced that Lincoln will put a quick end to the conflict between the northern and southern states. But we must be prepared for everything. So, you must take your tasks very seriously. First of all, the Southerners need to realize that it would be wrong to bring the Union into question. For this reason, you should tend to Louisville and construct a weapons factory there. In this way, we'll have a good support near the border if the worst comes to the worst.
Okay, so what I've done while Jay Cook was talking, yes, I've restarted. I built a weapons industry right in town. So technically, if there's chemicals being produced here, it should be enough to just give it to the weapons factory right away. While that's happening, I'm just gonna build some lines. Let's try building this corn line, maybe. And a loco. So that'll feed corn into Louisville. If we want to feed more chemicals into Louisville, we have to get some coal. Oh, well, actually, we need some other stuff too. We need iron and lumber. So coal, I think, is already being fed, but lumber's a bit of a problem because it's way up here. So let's set up a new line. Bring lumber in. Whoa. Get some more choo-choos. And then the other problem is we need some iron. Let's go find where that's gonna be. Iron. So yeah, there's iron down here, but that's in Confederate territory. So no can do there. Oh, we have some innovations too. We can we have a lot of research points. We should I should have actually bought these other trains instead. Let's go get a dragon. And I could have just gotten this and saved a bit of money on locomotives. Oh well. Shoot. Maintenance requirements. Let's get the Rensselaer. Increase profits from transport mail. Reduce maintenance requirements. I like that one. Let's get the Tyson 10-wheeler, which is pretty much the same. Increase the power of my locomotives. And let's get this one too. Pine says, if I need to find out how to make clips and mash together every moo-moo, woo-woo, and choo-choo. I'd love to see that. Oh, wait a minute. What is Indianapolis to Louisville? Wait, what? Oh, shoot. Oh, whoops. I was mistaken. This does produce lumber, but it's a city. Okay, looks like there is wood coming into there. So we could... I feel like I need to restart one more time because I'm just a little bit worried I've done this wrong. I should have researched everything first and then started building. Then I could upgrade my locomotives, but... what the hell? Also, the goal for this is 1861, which coming up really fast. And I still don't know how to... Where can we get iron? Iron. There's a couple arrows on the screen. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we need to get that pronto, I think. Okay, I have to apologize. I'm gonna restart one last time, and we're gonna do this right. So, and it's a little difficult for me because the game is running. So, I promise I'll try to make this the last one. So, restart one more time. Yeah, this mission really just dumps you into the
Cook. I'm delighted to finally meet you.
deep end
Now,
very
I'm
quickly.
afraid there's a war ahead, a dispute we cannot escape. I will help President Lincoln to save the Union, and I have a very important strategic role in mind for you. I am firmly convinced that Lincoln will put a quick end to the conflict between the northern and southern states. But we must be prepared for everything. So, you must take your tasks very seriously. First of all, the Southerners need to realize that it would be wrong to bring the Union into question. For this reason, you should tend to Louisville and construct a weapons factory there. In this way, we'll have a good support near the border if the worst comes to the worst.
Okay, so I'm just quickly researching the shit out of everything right now. Okay, now we're gonna benefit from that technology that gives us a little, and also we can build a newer locomotive. So we're gonna go with the Dragon since it's better for freight. What I've done is this train here is only going to be shipping lumber for now. There's no passenger service between Indianapolis and Louisville at the moment. And then, okay, now let's go to track construction. So I'll set up the rest of these lines in a sec that are already existing, but I'm going to connect up to this iron over here. And there's also some milk here, which I'm not sure. And it's still giving me tutorial messages here, which is kind of annoying, so yeah, I'm not sure. So what I could do, it kind of hints at me that maybe I should be trying to connect this iron up to this warehouse. We could just cross the river and then feed all the trains into Louisville like this. It'd be a lot cheaper than, say, building a separate line. So I wonder if I can set this... Ah, yes, I can change... activate goods, so we can change this to iron. There we go. So it'll store out a maximum amount of goods. We can actually increase that if we want. Max. So we can even max them out here, which is interesting too. And then, yeah, let's feed this iron into this warehouse. So I'm going to... What is this? Iron is actually on the very border. I don't think I will... Yeah, there's just hills south of here, so I'm going to make this terminate. If I can, like this maybe. Franklin Pit. Okay, and let's build a bridge. I'm gonna make an incline 0. Make sure we match the heights on both sides of that river. And let's see, we've got... Oh, how convenient. We've got... This one track here goes into Louisville. These two are already fed by these two industries here, but we got an extra empty track here, so we can simply connect it up like so. Nice. Okay, let's set up a iron line. Woo woo. I'll just set to automatic. And use a dragon. Okay, so it should say... Okay, there it goes. It's loading up the iron. And now we do need at least one train from the warehouse into Louisville. So I will set that up right now. That'll be also a dragon. Oh, more than likely we'll need to clone this train several times, because there's going to be a bunch of other goods coming in. While we're here, let's set up the other lines. Let's get some vegetables into the warehouse. And same thing. We got this weird loop here at this station. I'm not sure how useful that is. I guess if you have multiple trains here, it might make things a little bit more efficient. But yes, woo woo. Let's build some woo woos and choo choos. Right, train. So we'll start with one train on that one. This one has sugar and grain. It looks like it's loading up sugar first. Let's see, train personnel. Station master. Reducing time taken for dispatching trains by 5%. Sure, I'll hire you. I'm not sure what it means, but it sounds like a benefit of some sort. Fred says it's a balloon loop so trains don't turn around. Okay. Actually, oh I see, it went around that way. Is it actually, are there actually signals on this track already? Oh, there are. Ooh. Okay, there's only one signal there. The nice thing is there are also oh, I should also build got to build some supply towers. I see that there's one supply tower here. Oh, I see. Both these lines share one supply tower. If I really wanted to save money, I could have maybe joined up with that one, but I think I'll just build another supply tower further down like this. I'm also curious if the warehouse station has a maintenance yard. No, there isn't, so let's build it here. Oh, there's some iron, and oh, it's taking away its first iron. Oh, actually, it's taking vegetables out. Let's clone this train, and hopefully that'll take some iron, maybe? Not entirely sure. Well, while that's happening, I'm going to set up some more lines. Let's get some corn into Louisville as well. Great train. Now the one I'm not overly sure about is this line to St. Louis. St. Louis can provide meat and leather, and also has a clothing or a weaving factory there, so it can convert cotton into cloth. So we could start feeding trains there. Just gonna take a look at this line. Yeah, this is a single track line. I think if we want, it might be prudent to make this line to St. Louis a double track before we start putting trains there. Okay, let me see what's at the warehouse. Yeah, we got a lot of other goods coming in, so I'm going to keep on cloning this. We'll probably try to put 4 trains on this small section, so just to keep things moving. I'll also put some more signals to allow for that traffic. So we're going to put, let's put this signal here. I'll make the distance between these signals a little shorter because, again, it's not a very long track or a lot of trains, or at least the amount of trains that we're going to be putting on here. That might be a bit too close. Let's remove these. Okay. So what I'm hoping is the iron is kind of accumulating a little bit, because I think it's trying to take the other goods out, which I'm not too happy with.
You now own a weapons factory. You will now be able to intervene in the battles, indirectly at least. Remember to expand the factory, if necessary, to increase its production.
Okay. Is there a way to upgrade this thing? I'm trying to see. Not sure. I haven't figured out in the game how to upgrade factories. There's no button or anything I can see here. Oh, expand industry. Okay. Expanding this branch, the industry will increase production from 0.8 to 1.6. Okay. And we'll do that. Do I have to also provide goods into it? And it looks like coal is getting a little bit constrained. So I'm gonna have to look at where can we get some coal? Coal. Let's see if I can go off map here. Okay, so there is one coal. Oh, up here. Ooh. Okay. So we could. I see. I should have probably looked at this part of the map a little closer. So I'm gonna probably build another line that goes down here. There might be some sharing of track here, unfortunately. I think Fred says in April the Civil War will start. Oh, geez. I better get on it then. Yeah, this warehouse is going to be a problem because I don't want to share. Since weapons are going to be a priority, I don't know if I want to share. Have the coal train share on this one track here. That might be okay. Let's start by building. At the very least, start building a train station here. Maybe I'll build it like this. Maybe like this. There's also wood over here, which I might... I'm not sure if I'll ever connect up to. Let's go up to this little ridge here, and then connect like so. Yeah, this is kind of looking kind of weird. I'll make it a separate line. I could use the same supply tower, maybe. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. I'm gonna actually... How do I delete this? Remove track points. Shift, shift. I'm actually going to connect up with the iron line, at least go parallel like this. I think I will try to merge with the vegetable line. I guess maybe not. I guess we'll have to do this instead. Okay, so in that case I will move my supply tower closer like this maybe. I can. What? Why can't I do that? Oh, there we go. So we can blow up this one on its own here. Well, I guess that one, it's using it right now. Crap. Let's set up a line. I haven't doubled these tracks yet. I might consider doing that because I have a feeling this is not going to be enough. And also I should, oops. I should also add coal as an acceptable good in this warehouse, so let's do that. Max that out. So now we have some coal feeding into there. We do still need to expand Louisville, so we do need to connect up to St. Louis. I think it's time to... Let's double the track to St. Louis, since that's going to be a pretty busy route eventually. Let's go look here. Okay. So actually these two tracks on the outer side, or the inner side of the station, on the left side here aren't actually being used, and the track to St. Louis is actually getting shared already, which I don't really want. So I'm gonna do a bit of maneuvering here. Let's delete this little section here. And like really this track here doesn't really make any sense anymore, so I don't know why it's there. I'm gonna leave it alone. Connect it up like this. Also bridge across if we can. Might not allow me to. No, it's not liking that very much. That sucks. Might have to build a... Why is it not letting me build a bridge here? That's kind of stupid. Hey Richard Wu. Thanks for coming by. I'm trying to struggle with the interface within this game. It is... Sometimes it is quite infuriating. Okay, so we're gonna double this track. I don't know why it's curving so much. Okay, go through that supply tower. It's a very long, winding track. Personally, I would have made a more direct track if I already built this. Okay, so there's a double track. It is getting fed into these two tracks here, which even then is not completely necessary. It really depends on where else we want to connect up to. I think, yeah, I will make a switch here. Like this. And then I'll blow up, oops, this little section here. So we'll still have one track free. That track could go to this milk, maybe this, oh, is that cotton over there? Oh, it's salt. Salt's pretty good too to feed into the city, so we might build a separate line for that. Okay, let's go signal it up. I have a strong feeling because of the deadlines in this particular mission, we're definitely not going to get president. I mean, I've already screwed up, but at least we delivered weapons. That's good for the war effort. Just building some trains. Okay, got around this curve here. Okay, got this weird bridge situation. I guess I'll do that. No, actually, that might be too close. Let's put that on the other side of the supply towers, like this. There we go. Okay, it's time to set up some lines. Again, I think if we look on the goods map, the meat into St. Louis, I think it's coming from this cattle farm, getting all these moo-moos here. But I don't have a train line up there yet. Eventually I will. But it's such a short distance, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference right now. And that'll produce meat and, actually, cattle. There we go. That's a better indicator. Let's set up a line. St. Louis to Louisville. I'm thinking we're going to start off with freight trains only. Since, we're trying to focus on growing the, city. Though I think if we have passenger service too, that might also help. But I'm gonna just start off with making freight trains only here. I could hire that engineer. Eventually, I want to try quadrupling in line so that we have express trains and freight trains on on their own dedicated lines. So, and also we have the line up to Indianapolis. We can probably double track that right now. I think we want to bring in some more lumber. Go do that right now. Let's go switch this off. Expand that supply tower. Get this up here. Okay. That train's broken down. It's going the right direction anyway, so I can put my signals down too. Okay, let's put one before the bridge. And yeah, definitely one right here. Also, I should probably check if is there a maintenance building already in Louisville? There isn't. That's not good. Let's do that, because we got a bunch of trains feeding into here. That's our corn train. Okay, let's build an express train. Let's build our express trains first. So from Indianapolis to Louisville. Okay. Passengers mail only. Let's rename this Express. And we'll use the Rensselaer since that is more suitable for express service. Rensselaer is not the fastest locomotive. And then let's set up our other express from St. Louis to Louisville. Western Mail. Express. At Loco. Okay, so now we have one freight and one express on each of these two lines. And they're the only two other cities we've connected to so far. Probably add some more freight trains, I think. I'm gonna go find... there it is. Here's our other freight train. Let's clone this one. And maybe clone this one too. This is a much shorter line, so I might be able to get away with less trains on this route. There's our freight train here. Yeah, I'm looking at this. The lumber that's being shipped into Indianapolis isn't very much. So... oh, here comes the war. Oh, okay. So maybe I won't add a freight train there, but I could look at trying to feed more wood into Indianapolis, but where the heck does it get its wood from? Get wood here. Way over there. That's kind of weird. Okay. That is a weird position for a cotton farm near Columbia. Oh. I'm gonna buy this because, ooh, interesting. Because we have St. Louis, and we could feed cotton into St. Louis to make cloth. So I'm actually gonna take a risk here and buy it. So yeah, cotton to St. Louis. So let's build a little train station here. We could also connect to Columbia, but I'll start with a small train station. This might be a rash decision, but I don't know, I saw the opportunity, so I'll take it. And we have to somehow... oof. Ugh. I could try to connect to St. Louis directly like that. But I don't think this... Actually, hold on, let's see, how much would this be? 300,000. If I went around like this instead, and then sort of connected up to here, okay, that would still be cheaper, so yeah, let's not go crazy there. Let's redo this. I'm gonna start from St. Louis and then make an appropriate curve for this track. Let's go around this way. It's a bit of a 1% incline there, but that should be fine. I'll make it a single track for now. It's a relatively short line. Let's make a supply tower. I think I'll build my supply tower right here. Because there might be other tracks we can branch out that way eventually. Okay, and let's make sure St. Louis also has...
Damn it, it has happened.
Uh-oh.
War. Now we can only hope that the flames of war do not blaze up into the north, and we will do something about it.
Dark times ahead. Callus is the attack on Fort Sumter in the Charleston Harbor by Confederate troops. Union soldiers, all under Major Robert Anderson, ultimately surrendered and ceded the fort to the attackers. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna build a maintenance building there. Let's set up our cotton line. And okay. And a loco. Should check my research as well. Got 200 points to spend. We could upgrade our express trains to Rogers Americans.
Jonathan Johnson's the name,
Uh-oh.
and I have my eye on you. Don't ever dare set foot or tracks in the South. This is my territory, and I'll deal with the network myself.
I'm starting to think that their portrayal of Confederate people is a little bit... maybe one-sided. I'm sure that people who are perhaps sympathetic...
Battles are raging south of Louisville. We have to push back the Confederate troops. Until that happens, you won't be able to expand the rail network in that direction.
I wasn't really planning to expand the rail network in that direction. Why would I do that? That seems weird. Okay, let's see. Let's check our warehouse. Oh, what's this? I want to increase my profits of my factories. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, hey, TC. Oh, nice, you bought Planet Coaster on a whim. That's good. Planet Coaster, for the price it is right now, totally a good deal. Oh, that's a nice mix of goods that's taking out there. I will be pretty honest though. I streamed Planet Coaster last Wednesday, and I'm not sure if I really had fun with it. Maybe it was because I was just building rides and it was starting to get a little repetitive. But yeah, and I'm also not sure if it made the best stream content. I might try playing it one more time just to see if I feel any different about it, but I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. Okay, I'm noticing a little problem here. We have a lot of trains on this line between the warehouse and Louisville, but a lot of these trains are actually not particularly full. So we need to pump some more goods into this place here. I think we'll start off with, where is our train? Okay, this guy here. So this one pumps grain and sugar. Let's clone this one. Because we have this loop here, we can easily, and we also have a double track, so we can easily fit a second train with no problem there. Yeah, Pine did buy the Planet Coaster as well. There's a lot of content in there. You can just play a free mode game and just do whatever the heck you want, or sandbox. And there's other, or you can just play the campaign and actually get challenged. Also, yeah, I was playing on hard difficulty in Planet Coaster, so I was hoping I'd get to a point where I'd, be able to have some money on hand to start doing whatever I want. But no, the money kept fluctuating up and down, to the point where I was always near the $0 mark for a long time. And it was kind of frustrating, to be honest. So, yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna expand. Let's double the vegetable track. Actually, I'm thinking... Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of surgery here. Okay. It's time to do a little surgery. What I'm going to do... Oh crap, it's in use. What I was thinking is... Okay, I'll do this then. I'm going to share the... So we're going to separate this. These two trains that provide, I guess, agricultural goods will share one track. Well, I'm going to have the coal and iron. I'll double those tracks and then have them give them each dedicated lines, because if I'm hoping I'm correct, weapons are going to be a big thing in this mission. So I want to make sure that they don't get stopped by each other. So how to do that? That's going to be a problem. I think I'm going to fix this a little bit. So let's expand this out a little here. I'm going to move this switch down. And then I'm going to make another switch right here. It'll be like this. Connect this one up. And then there'll be yet another switch like this. And that'll be the start of our double track to the vegetable farm. So merge back in here like this. Okay. Let me wait for our existing train to pop into there. Yeah, Fred, I wasn't actually aware. I know they added more career mode missions, but I wasn't aware there was a second campaign. I technically didn't finish the first campaign completely. I kind of just... That's when I just basically stopped streaming last year and kind of took a break from everything. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever try to get back into it because I don't remember what I was doing in that career mode, to be really honest. Okay, so what we got here, I gotta put my signals back. So we got this weird little setup here where there is a two-way section here, but for the most part I think this should be okay. We also got the supply tower feeding all 4 of these lines. Oh, Fred means levels. Oh, you mean like the stars in each of the missions? Yeah. I was being the perfectionist and trying to get all the stars in the missions because I like stars. Okay, got our double track here. Let's add a second train to provide more. Oh wait. Well, actually, now that I think about it, this vegetable train isn't actually.
Louisville has reached a considerable size.
Nice.
This has made the city a strategically important point in the war, as goods can be delivered efficiently to the front line from here.
Your company has received a blackmail letter. If you do not immediately pay $56,000, one of your cotton companies will be sabotaged. Oh no, not the thing I just bought. Okay, I'll pay the money.
The president is satisfied. We've driven back the Confederate troops. Now we need to advance, and for that, we need to be able to deliver supplies. Your task now is to expand the rail network into the south as quickly as possible. Incorporate the existing lines into it.
The existing lines into it.
Tennessee is strategically crucial for the further course of the war.
Tennessee.
We've established military camps in Nashville and Memphis. Deliver weapons to them, and do so as quickly as you can.
Okay,
When the war broke out, there was no time to lose. Shortly before that, I had opened my own bank in Philadelphia, and so important politicians leapt right at me to finance the war with treasury notes. Now it is said that he who buys treasury notes proves he is a true patriot. 2,500 workers are in my service, selling them throughout the land. This is also my service to our country.
I will say that the voice actor for this guy is a lot better than the other two folk other folk that we've run into so far. Okay, let me turn on track construction mode. So it looks like we've. I guess this is our representation of the front lines. So it looks like the Union troops have pushed into Memphis and Nashville. What's our task here? Transport 12 loads of weapons. Okay. It's not very specific that we need to connect to Memphis or Tennessee. We just need to transport weapons. The one thing I'm not too sure is what accepts weapons right now. Because I'm producing them in... I guess I have a stash in Louisville right now. Let me see if I can... There's so many goddamn info bubbles. Get the fuck out of here. Die, 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 die. Okay. Come on, give me... Oh, I'm in the wrong... Louisville. Okay, we have... Okay, so we're full... Our warehouse is full of weapons in Louisville, so we need to get that transported. But where... that's the one thing I don't like about this mission. It's not very clear. Where do I transport them? Nashville makes some chemicals. That's kind of cool, but I don't know if that accepts... Do you accept weapons? Oh, military depot. This building requires weapons. Arriving trains with weapons will be unloaded and their freight will be moved to this warehouse. Okay. And it's the same thing for Memphis, I'm guessing? Come on, don't select the station. Right. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so now we just simply need to, let's connect a line up here. And do we have a track available for this? We do, yeah, we have this fourth track, which I left untouched. That's convenient. I think I will... Unfortunately, I think I'm blocked here a little bit because I have to probably move this out here. Yeah, I think I've made this switch too close, so I'm just gonna wait for this train to leave that section. And we'll just do a little adjustment here. Whoops. Let's get the demolish mode. And let's adjust this switch here. Be a bit closer like this. And then it's gonna signal up. Put this one here. Nice. Okay, and now this track should be able to curve easily. There we go. So I will make it... I'll get it to pass by the supply tower there, so we don't have to rebuild another one. Then we'll make it expand downward like this. That good? Oh, we got some cotton farms down there too. We already have cotton in Johnson Farms, so I don't think I'm going to try to... Yeah, I'm not going to bother connecting to either of these. Unless I see another industry pop up. Okay, I'll also try to connect that. I'm going to double track this all the way to Memphis. So let's do that now. So, guys, there's like 6 tracks on this part here. Though one of them is not really being used. There we go. Signal that up. Actually, I'll do the signals at the end. I just want to make sure that... Okay, from Nashville, then we'll continue on. What's going on over here? There's a side track that goes to Harris Manor, which... a little weird. And this thing... Oh, I see. Okay. So... For this, I think
Even
I'm
if we are
going...
in the midst of the turmoil of war, we cannot forget that it will one day be over. And then we will work together with the southern states and be a whole once again. Our president will do it. Of that, I'm sure.
He seems pretty optimistic. So what I'm going to do is divert this little corn line we have over here onto its own track. Dump it into the, I guess... I'm not sure whether we'll be expanding anymore, so I'm gonna maybe just put it into this third track here. Okay, doesn't like that for some reason. Why don't you like that? Ugh. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't like this. Maybe I'll blow up the supply tower and rebuild it. Why don't you like that? Try blowing this up again. The frustrating thing about this game, it sometimes doesn't allow you to build things, and I don't know why. It just says, nope, I don't like you. I don't want you building there. Okay, now it likes it for some reason. Stupid game. Okay, now we have to redo this part. See if I can... So this should be a totally double track section through. We're gonna make Nashville a through station. So for through traffic, no switches, no stop. Well, they will stop there, but okay. And okay, so on this side we have 3 tracks. Again, I think I will. Got a weird setup here. So I'm gonna. This switch is a bit too far away from the station. Why can't I build a... Why? Okay, fine, I'll just redo the whole thing. So again, the corn train's on the leftmost track here. I'm gonna give that a dedicated track, and then here I'll move this double track on our main line and merge it a little closer to the city. Okay, now it's time. Let's build some signals finally. Signal. Whoop, that's the wrong way. There we go. Alright. And what I'm thinking, we're definitely going to put some freight and passenger services on this line. So, hopefully the freight trains will mostly be weapons. I'm not going to do manual mode, because I know that trying to fiddle with that interface is a pain in the butt. Okay, and entering Nashville. Okay, oh, I must have done these signals wrong up here. Let's take a look. Yep, that's the wrong way. Let me do it the right way. Though I guess if you were in Japan or England, that would be the correct way, but this is America. In America, we do things the right way. We drive on the right. Y'all rest of you are doing it wrong. That's the American way. Okay. Alright, there's our main line. Let's set it up. I think I did see a maintenance building there already in Nashville, so that's good. Louisville to Nashville to Memphis to Nashville. Great. And oh, maybe I should research some new trains. We got some new express trains. Got the Mogul. Let's go for the Rogers American. And if I want to get the consolidation, I need I want to try to maybe get the consolidation B instead this time. So I'm gonna have to research these eventually. I'll save up my points for that. Okay, so this will be still a dragon. And I feel like maybe I should play around with personnel, but maybe I should just not bother in this mission. Considering... Okay, so that's full of weapons. That's good. I'm gonna set up my express train now. It'll have exactly the same itinerary. But I'm gonna give it just passengers and mail. And we'll use the Rogers American. Also should rename this to make it a little easier for me to differentiate. Okay. And I do believe because we have the Rogers American, the express lines, the existing ones we have, might get in trouble. So I'm actually going to replace these with Rogers Americans right now. That one. And where's the other one here? This one? Random breakdown. Yeah. The problem here is the express train's behind the freight train, so it's not... It doesn't have the express designation. So maybe this might not be totally worth it. Okay, let's get some more trains out. This is a whole bunch of meat and cloth. Let's flow in another freight train there. And also looking at the lumber situation here. Let's see. That's the express train. There's the freight train. There's only 2 trains on this line. Let's see if I add a second freight train. I don't know if that's going to make a difference here. Cleared area near Cleveland. Oh, this thing. Ooh. Fuck. Oh, damn it. I missed it there. I wonder if I should have gotten that, because then I could feed that into... It could feed into Indianapolis, maybe? There's also this one over here, but that's in a weird... kind of a weird spot there. Oh well. Oh, let's also make our corn train, too. Actually, I should start from Harris Manor. Let's go to Nashville, Harris Manor, Memphis. And this will be freight only, because we want to just haul corn for the most part. Now, what I'm hoping will not happen is this train might also try hauling other types of freight, which is not exactly what I want. So maybe by having just adding more freight trains on this line to Louisville, we can sort of avoid that. Where is my freight train? Oh, they're way over here now. Let's clone this guy. Oh, actually, Memphis has a... Oh. Memphis...
Sometimes I find the enthusiasm with which our compatriots invest in the war abominable. But if they didn't, we would be doomed.
You might be commenting on the old military-industrial complex, which is certainly a thing in the United States. And in other countries, too. So I just noticed that Memphis does have a lumber mill too, so we could do a weird thing where we actually ship the lumber or the wood back to Memphis and then up to Louisville. But that's a little weird. I still think maybe just bringing a line up to Indianapolis like this might be a better bet. But we have to bridge across 2 other train lines, which would be... I'm not sure how viable that would be. Transport 12 loads. I'm gonna try. Let's try doing this. I'm gonna build a. Let's do this right here, and I'll probably double track this one, just because why not? So if the incline's a little weird because it does go up a hill. But overall, the incline's not too bad. I could just make a straight line, honestly, and that would be fine. The weird thing, though, is we've got this track on this side, so I have to do a bit of adjustment here. So let's wait for this train to go away. Wait for it to pass that signal. There it is. Okay, let's see if I can move this section here. There you go. So I'm gonna move this onto that track. Then like this. Okay. Now, let's see if I can turn this thing here, and then we're just gonna make it a really obnoxious straight line track to logging. It's only 2% incline. I'm just gonna see. So there's a bridge over this line. And what over here? Yeah, another bridge. So this is a pretty ridiculous bridge here. It's literally, like, it starts kind of right over here and just bridges across these two lines over the river and then back up. Because these happen to have, they're on the same altitude or elevation. It's not too bad, actually. And it only costs about $500,000. Let's do that. Ooh, I got a achievement. Probably can't see that on screen because it's in my Steam overlay. Okay, for this, okay, before we continue, I want to look at maintenance building in Indianapolis. Let's, yeah, I want to double this track, I think. Let's do that right now. And I think I'll get a discount from having a parallel track on this bridge. Yeah, well, that's a huge discount, actually. So, pretty much almost no additional cost. And let's see if I can switch back here. Go. Let's signal it up. Also have to remember to build a supply tower, so I have to remember to do that. Yeah, Pine, the music in this game is quite enjoyable. I have to agree with that. I'm still not sure if they have the license for this music song, though. It is the song. It is ragtime. So, considering how long those songs were written, maybe the copyright has lapsed on those songs. Okay. Supply tower. Let's build 2 of them. I want to try to build one in the middle of the signals. So, oh, that's where this bridge starts. So I guess I have to build it here, I guess. And on this side as well. Okay. All right. So now we're finally going to provide direct wood.
Knoxville and Jackson can now be reached.
Ooh.
Connect them to your rail network as quickly as possible and deliver weapons to the cities. It won't be long now until the fighting flares up there.
Okay.
There are now also induction stations in Chicago, St. Louis, and Columbia. For this reason, the number of passengers to Knoxville and Jackson has increased. Make sure they all arrive on time.
Okay, looks like there's a bunch of new tasks.
The president is worried that your trains will be attacked repeatedly in the future. The Confederates want to sabotage our supplies.
Oh, looks like we might get some banditry happening. Okay, let's take a quick look here. Deliver 12 loads of weapons to Knoxville. Also another 12 loads to Jackson. Transport a total of 2,000 passengers. All by 1863. Oof. These deadlines are nasty. Okay, where the hell is... I better reorient myself here. There we go. Knoxville and Jackson. So Knoxville's over there. Jackson... Ooh, that's really far south. Okay. Weapons, eh? Yeah, I'm not sure about these deadlines. I'm definitely not getting president. We're even... I don't know if you lose the mission if you can't reach those deadlines. There it is. So I have a chemical factory here and a weapons factory. I also notice I do have another chemicals factory in Nashville. What I'm worried about is we are supplying weapons to these 2 cities, but I'm not sure if that also applies to shipping them to Knoxville, because I think are these full actually? Let me go take a look. So Nashville. Because what I'm worried about is if I keep on shipping weapons to Nashville or Memphis, those military depots might just consume all the weapons and I won't be able to transfer them onto Knoxville. I kind of feel like I need to build a direct line from the weapon factory to there. Knoxville is weird, because I just noticed that there's a bunch of little mountains here. Looks like the only really viable way into it without tunneling is through this way. So that's going to be fun. And then Jackson is a weird place too. I mean, we just had to connect Memphis all the way down here. We could just simply extend the extend our whole basically our main line all the way to Jackson. That could be doable. Okay, I have to think about how I want to do this. Yeah, I don't think I'll. I was thinking of building a weapons factory also in Nashville and trying to feed stuff into there, but there's actually nothing around, and there are these mountains in the way anyway. So I think I will just build a line around here instead. So let's do that. Fortunately, I do have extra. No, actually, we don't have an extra track anymore because we've used it all up. I'm gonna have to think of. Louisville's becoming a really busy hub. So this track here is our main line to Memphis. I kind of feel like, based on what we have here, we might have to share. This third track here, I'm just going to follow it along here. That one goes to, that one goes to St. Louis. Guess it doesn't matter too much. Might use actually this third track here. Okay, let's build a station first. I'm gonna build a small station in Knoxville. Oh, there's already one in here. Okay. That's convenient. But that's a weird orientation for that station. I'm definitely going to be turning out and going around. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's go do this. We're going to have to incline a little bit, but that's... Yeah, we're going to actually dig a little bit into the dirt here, but that's fine. Let's do this. And then... I don't know if that's maybe... We can do this instead. Okay, how to connect up to here? I guess we'll go... I guess I'll just go through. I guess I'll just go connect all the way. I'm gonna connect it up to the St. Louis line, because that one's not as critical. I do want to keep the line for Memphis and Nashville, and eventually to Jackson, completely unobstructed there. So I'm gonna do this. Why can't I build it? Oh, because I'm going through the... Ooh. I'm going through the dairy farm there, and that's not going to allow me to do that. I'm going to go around it like this. And now it's not even allowing me to do that. Because I have that track there. Whoops, so I better do this, and then... How do I... try to... There we go. So like this. I want to eventually build another line for the salt and milk, but that's not part of our goals. That would just help grow St. Louis or Louisville. So I'm going to build this. Okay, folks, I need to take a break right now, so let's get some more water here. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to take an early break. The problem is I don't want to leave the train running because of the deadlines in this mission. So I'm going to leave the game paused here, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back.